Stop trying to talk yourself into believing you are capable. It does not work, and you already have the receipts. You have stood in front of the mirror and said the lines, "I am strong, I am disciplined, I am going to change." And some part of you, the whole time, was calling you a liar, because that part has watched you and it has a longer memory than your pep talk. That is why affirmations feel like putting a sticker over a crack. The crack is still there. You did not believe it because a belief is not a sentence you repeat. A belief is a conclusion your mind drew from evidence, and you have been trying to change the conclusion without touching the evidence. Let me name what is actually running you, because you call it the wrong thing. You call it low confidence, or being a realist, or just knowing yourself. What it usually is a belief you inherited or absorbed a long time ago and never once put on trial. I always quit. I am not smart enough. People like me do not get that. I am too far gone. You did not choose those. They were installed by a home, by a failure that landed at the wrong age, by 100 small moments that taught you a story about yourself before you were old enough to argue back. And here's the trap. Once you believe the story, you stop collecting evidence against it. You do not apply for the thing, so you never get the yes that would prove you wrong. You quit on day 3, so you never reach the day 30 that would rewrite the whole thing. The belief protects itself by keeping you from the exact experience that would break it. Do not diagnose yourself as broken here. This is not a personality. This is a mind doing what every mind does, running on the conclusions it was handed and never told it could question. Most men walk around inside beliefs they never chose, mistaking them for facts about the world. That's not weakness. That's just what an unexamined story does, and a story can be put on trial. Think about how much you have handed to a belief you never once checked. The chances you did not take because some old line said you would fail. The rooms you stayed small in. The version of your life that never got built. Not because you could not build it, but because a story you inherited told you not to bother trying. That is the real cost. Not that the belief is loud, but that you have been treating a rumor about yourself as a verdict and living inside the verdict as if it were a cell with no key. There is a key. Here's the turn, and it is the whole game. You do not change a belief by arguing with it. You change it by building evidence it cannot explain away, one action at a time. Beliefs bend to behavior, not to speeches. The man who thinks he always quits does not fix it by believing harder that he will finish. He fixes it by finishing one small thing, then another, until the old belief has a pile of contradictions sitting in front of it and finally has to update. You act your way into the new belief. You never think your way in. So here's the one move. Take the belief that runs you most, the loudest one, the one you would call just being honest about yourself. Then do one small thing today that a man who did not hold that belief would do. 1. If the belief is, "I always quit," finish one tiny thing you would normally abandon. If it is, "Nobody would want me," send the one message you have been too sure would be ignored. If it is, "I am not disciplined," do the one rep, the one page, the one walk. You are not trying to feel different. You are casting one piece of evidence into the record, and the record is what your beliefs actually read from. You are going to hear the old belief scream that this proves nothing, that one time is a fluke, that you will be back to your old self by tomorrow. Let it scream. It is supposed to. A belief that ran you for 20 years does not surrender to one contradiction. It surrenders to 100 of them, stacked over months, until the weight of what you have actually done makes the old story impossible to keep believing. The skill is not winning the argument in your head. You will never win it in your head. The skill is quietly building a life the old belief cannot account for and letting the evidence do the convincing your words never could. Do not wait to believe in yourself before you act like it. That belief is the reward at the end of the evidence, not the ticket you need to start. Pick the belief. Do the one thing that contradicts it today, then do it again tomorrow, and let the pile grow. You found a mentor here, not a hype man with a mirror. I am not going to tell you to say the affirmation louder. I am going to tell you to go make it true, one small piece of proof at a time. If this hits you, subscribe and ride with us daily. No comfort, just discipline.
Subscribe. Tomorrow, you drive stronger.